Hello and welcome to another how-to video. Today I'm going to show you how to do the markings on a 6-foot snooker table, or a 6-foot pool table, which is going to be used for snooker. So we need to do the snooker markings. Here we have a pool table with the blue cloth, and we want to do the markings. At the moment we've got no black spot, no pink spot, no blue spot, no Baulk line. We've got nothing really. So this will show you how to do that. Now this is not actually 6 foot long, as you can see, it's 66 inches long. But what I've found is online that the Baulk line should be 1/5 of the playing length from the Baulk cushion, which is actually 13.2 inches. So if we come to here, then we should be able to draw the line there. Now I've got this tool which I got Amazon online. Now this will help me mark the D. Basically you use this part as a pivot, and then you use a 6-foot hole and you do the D. So that will help with that part. I've got a Sharpie here to do the black marks. It's not a match play table, so we're doing it in black. So we're going to start with the Baulk line. So what I'm going to do is measure, so 1/5 of 66 I've calculated is 13.2. So that is 13.2, so that would be just about here. Okay, I've made a small mark there. Okay, just over 13 inches from the Baulk line. And then I'm going to use this to draw the line. If you have a longer ruler, that'd be better. In fact, I think I'll go and find one. Bear with me. I've found a nice straight piece of wood that I'm going to use. Here's my original mark. I'm going to use to draw the Baulk line. It doesn't go quite the way across, but at least I only need to do one connection point. So I'm just going to draw along here, starting here. There we go. So I've gone all the way along there. I'm just going to move that away. There we go, a nice clean line. And I'm just going to continue that there. Try and line it up as best you can. I mean, this is only for amateur use, for fun. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you want to just get it as close as you can to there. I think that's pretty good. Let's see. There we go, I think that's working nicely. And there we can see we have a nice clean Baulk line. So the next step is to do your brown spot, which is the middle spot on the Baulk line. So I've measured the whole width here, which is just under 38 inches. So I'm going to do just under 19 inches. I made a little dot there. I'm going to use that to, again, I'm going to use my trusty piece of wood to position this. And all we do is we just want to be in line with that halfway point. Okay, like that. So as you can see, we go all the way here. And we just want to do this. There we go. pretty good. And you can actually get artistic about it and try and do a circular blob if you want. But again, this is only for fun, so you don't need to be Picasso with this. Okay, I think that's pretty good for the brown spot. And then since we've done the brown spot, we might as well do the blue spot. So if we continue down the line, we can still use this original mark. Yeah. Okay, and then we can do a tiny little spot here. And then all we want to do is line these up. Okay. And then again, we want to do in line with the middle, which is easier to see because you've got the pockets here. I'll just put there as a sort of guide. Okay, so if we follow this down, I think it needs to be here. There we go. I'm going to take this away. I'll make this a bit larger as we have done here. I tend to prefer to do just little dots. You don't need to, it's easier to do that than anything else. There we go. Looks pretty good. But I'd say the blue spot's a bit smaller than the brown, so let's make it a little larger. It'd be good if we had a template for this. So if you make a template out of paper or card, that might be a good idea. You can keep them the same size. That looks fine. Now, since we're here, the next step is the pink spot. Now this is even easier to do. Let's put that there for a minute. So the pink spot is if you draw a straight line from the pockets. Okay. Draw a straight line. Yeah, where they intersect. Straight line from there and a straight line from that corner pocket to the other corner pocket. Where they intersect is where the pink spot is supposed to go. Okay, but that doesn't... Okay, let me double check that. Yes, it's where they intersect, but rather than doing another line from that corner to the middle pocket, I can just use this center line and extend it. So I've used my piece of wood and I've done a small dot there, so that I could extend this between the small dot and the blue spot there. And then it should be in line with that corner pocket, the middle of that corner pocket. So basically around about here. Okay, so then we can remove this, and again we want to make it look like the blue spot. So extend it a little bit in each direction. What you will find with a Sharpie is that the ink does sort of bleed a little bit on the cloth, spread out a little bit, so start off small and then it will get a little bit bigger. But again, I think that's a bit smaller than the blue. Let's make this a little bit bigger. There we go. think that's pretty good. Okay, the next one is the black spot. Now this should be 1/11th, if you believe it, 1/11th from the top cushion, 1/11th of the total length. So 1/11th of this, it's about 66 inches long. So that means we need to come up 6 inches here. Okay. So again, we want to be in a line. We can use this. And that is pretty much perfect. Yeah. And we want to then measure 6 inches from here. And again, it doesn't need to be exact. You know, we're not world champions here, not yet anyway. So yeah, about half a foot in this case. But obviously, depending on your table size, so this is 1/11th of the total length. So that is what I'm going to do here to make the black spot. There we go. And again, we can move this away now quite safely. Sorry, as I was saying, now that we've marked the black spot, we just need to make it a little bit bigger like the pink spot. So again, we just extend it a little bit in every direction really. And sometimes it's easier to do it as a cross to start with. And sort of spread it out a bit, like so. And yep, that looks about right. Perfect. So now we just need to do, we need to do the D, and we need to do the green and the brown spots. Well, the easiest way of doing the green and the brown spots is actually to do the D first, and then it's where the D intersects with the Baulk line. So let's do that. Now this is a special marker I've got here from Amazon. It was only a few pounds, so they're quite inexpensive. But yeah, make sure you get the right size for your table. This one caters for 6, 7 and 8 foot tables. But obviously if you've got a full size, you'll need one that caters for 12, which you can also get. And then you start with this, and this becomes basically your pivot. It's hard to actually see that there, but you put that there. And then you just keep that in place and then draw around. We'll just draw around in a circle, in a semicircle. Yeah, from there. You should be able to see that, right? Right, so we start here. Will this actually go through? It won't actually go through, will it? Yeah, so you need something with a longer nib to go through there, I think. Ah, that's a shame. What I'll do is I'll mark that. Let's mark that. Okay, and then we want it to be that length there, just to there. Okay, and then we want it to be where we want it to be. I want it to be That's where the green spot needs to go. Okay, so now we've got the green spot. So let's do the yellow spot now. Okay. There we go. So now we've got the green, the brown, yellow. Might need to make that a little bit bigger. There we go, that's about right. Now what I've done here is I've done a few dots here in line with roughly where I think the D should be. I'm going to do a few more and then basically connect them, which is probably not the ideal way. If you can have some sort of let me try with a biro. I'm actually going to try this with a traditional biro, see if that works. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of working, but it's not going through the hole very well. It might be, yeah, the kind of pen, but yeah, if you have a black pencil, that might also work. Right, so then we've got a kind of broad outline of a D, which is certainly taking shape. What I'm going to do is try and reinforce this a little with this. I'm just going to use the pen just to go over it gently with little dots, basically. And then we've got the thin line to follow. Okay. as slow or as quick as you like with this. It's really up to you. If you want a more accurate result, to take a bit longer. I'm just trying to get it as good as I can in a reasonable amount of time. There we go. I'm quite pleased with that result. Now let me set up the table and show you how it looks. So now that we've marked our table with our spots, it's time to actually set up the table. So obviously, start with the green. Grimsby is the way I remember it. Green, brown, yellow. Okay, brown, and yellow. Some people prefer to use stickers for the spots, but the trouble with that is then sometimes you have a little rivet or divot, so it doesn't sit quite right. It's better you can get it precise like that. And blue. Pink. And then we'll need to set the reds behind the pink. On a small table like this, you normally only have 10 reds. Obviously on a full size you would have 15. I've only got a pool triangle here, but it does a trick. Obviously you can still get the reds into the right position. What you do is you move that there, and you want to end up with the triangles like that, basically. Just bring it down like that. So the pink is directly above it. Make sure the reds are touching as well. You can get the triangles that are exactly the right size. There we go. And then it's time for the black. Highest value ball in snooker. There we go. So you see there is a slight gap there behind the reds. A slight gap between red and pink. And of course the cue ball. Put that in the D. We can remove the box. And there we have it. The table is set up for snooker. And we've got the dimensions right. As you can see, it looks like everything is where it should be. And you can actually break off. Not the best break off, but as you can see, you can still clearly see the spots. That's the pink spot, pink spot, blue spot, instead. And there we have it. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like, share, and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.